Alto. Is there a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Lucas. Housekeeping, all of those in favor? Any opposed? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor House. The last thing then is a consequential amendment that was noted in the staff report, and that is to add into the city's main business licensing bylaw an amendment that would ban the consumption of marijuana on any business premise in the city.
Thank you. Is there a mover? I will move this. Is there a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Young. Okay. So again, for clarity, any business, talk about nonprofits. Discussion? Yes, Councillor Isaac?
I think I'd like some specific language that would exempt nonprofit societies.
Do nonprofit societies require a business license to operate in the city, Mr. Coates?
No, they don't.
Okay. So this is a business license bylaw. Nonprofits don't require a business license. So they are exempted by the nature of this being a business license.
Just to follow up on that, so for example, the Compassion Club on Johnson Street, would they have to apply for a license in accordance with this bylaw, or could they continue to operate without doing that?
Consumer help. So the real determining factor would be the business model for the particular operation. So you have to look into the validity of the not-for-profit arrangements. And so not-for-profits in the city currently under the business regulation bylaw in general don't pay business licenses. So any business fitting under that model would be in the same category.
Thank you.
All of those in favor? Any opposed? One opposed. Okay, Councillor Alto is opposed. Okay, Mr. Coates, is that the sum total of the staff's proposed changes?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you. We're almost through third reading of the very first bylaw on this topic. Is there any further discussion on the proposed changes to the business regulation bylaw? Okay, all of those in favor of third reading? Any opposed? Okay, Mr. Coates, can we adopt that one? No, we can't, not till the 22nd. Okay, so I will make a motion then to lift the zoning regulation bylaw amendment bylaw from the table. Is there a seconder? This is for the motion that Councillor Isaac postponed earlier. Thanks. All right, all those in favor of lifting it from the table? Any opposed? Okay, thank you. So if I'm still with us, third reading of the zoning regulation bylaw amendment bylaw is now on the table for discussion, comment, or potential amendment. Any discussion? Okay, and for clarity, this is the one that outzones, prohibits cannabis dispensaries anywhere in the city, and then requires cannabis dispensaries to apply for a rezoning process, or rezoning. Councillor Young on this bylaw.
Yeah, I'm not supportive of this. Partly, not so much the wording of the bylaw actually, but because of the accompanying policies that foresee that a limitation of 200 meters between stores, and my concern is simply practical. Somebody pointed out that by the time we start getting through this process, the federal government will be coming down with new laws, we assume, and I just think that a lot will change, and I think for us, we are implementing these regulations because there's a legislative vacuum and something has to be done. But I think things will change a lot eventually when the legislation at the national level changes.
Thank you. Are there any further speakers? Okay, I'll just be brief. I agree with everything Councillor Young said, and also as one of our speakers said this evening, even if the legislation is ready by the spring, and even if it's implemented, we're not going to see the effects of it on the ground here in Victoria for some time. And I think we do need to reach out to the task force and make a presentation with regard to what we are proposing to do, and hope that there's some lineup with what the federal government proposes to do, but I do not think that we can postpone this decision any further than tonight, and I hope that we will make that decision tonight. Are there any further speakers? Yes, Councillor Alto.
Yes, just to reiterate, I share Councillor Young's.
Sorry to interrupt, Councillor Alto. This is my fault. It is 11 o'clock. We need a motion to extend. Thanks. Moved by Councillor Alto, seconded by Councillor Loveday. All those in favor? Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Continue.
I'm usually very reluctant to make that motion. I share much of the comments made by Councillor Young. When we started this process months ago, I was opposed to us moving forward. I do think that it is going to be inevitable, as several speakers remarked this evening, that we'll be revising substantially, if not throwing this out entirely, once the federal government gives us our marching orders. That being said, it would be difficult to, I think, ignore the groundswell of commentary that's come forward from folks who are supportive of the use of cannabis in various ways and folks who are not, who equally ask for perhaps different reasons. So there could be at least interim regulations brought forward by the municipality. So in light of my interpretation of those very eclectic requests, I will support this moving forward, but continuing to register my dismay at the lack of direction from the federal government and the hope that they will bring some order to this soon.
Thank you. I'm going to call the question. All those in favor? Any opposed? Okay, thank you. And that bylaw we can adopt tonight, so I'll look for a motion to move that bylaw for adoption. Thank you. Moved by Councillor Isaac. Is there a seconder? Sorry, and just note that Councillor Young was opposed before. I didn't look that way. I apologize, Councillor Young. Moved by Councillor Isaac. Sorry, I missed. Is there a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Loveday. All those in favor? Those opposed? Okay, thank you very much. That matter is dispensed with.